What's up, Tim? What's up, Councilman Tim? My roadie, my road. I finally got you in here, baby boy. How you like that council meeting tonight, man?
Man, it was just amusing. Amusing, man. I'm blessed and highly favored, but man, I can't make these things up.
Well, I don't really know what was occurring there. However, I want you to explain it. What was all that about with Matt and whatever was going on? Because I think at the tail end, what happened?
Well, Larry, what happened pretty much was we had a committee of the whole meeting on October 17th, 2023. Councilwoman Edwina Agee was not there. Councilwoman Stafford Chenette, Councilman Stafford Chenette was not there. And Councilwoman Madden didn't show up. She did not send any notifications or communications to our council president in a timely fashion.
Okay, so let's stop right there. What's the rule? Okay, for those that are not familiar with the council and how it operates, what is that rule so that everybody can know that this was not something that was out of the ordinary?
Well, the rule pretty much states, based on our 220 rules, is that any communications that you can't be at a specific meeting, you have to notify the council president, not the clerk, but the council president in advance. Not a text, not a phone call, but it has to be an email that can be traced back to, just for documentation purposes.
So let me get this right. Had she followed procedure, there would not have been an issue.
Absolutely not.
Okay, great. Now, something happened to you one time when you missed a meeting. And what happened then?
Well, what happened with me was at the beginning of my term, this is in 2021, the council committee of whole meetings are normally scheduled the first Monday of the month. Me being new, being a freshman councilman, I just forgot. I honestly forgot. I didn't,
it wasn't done intentionally.
No, it was not done intentionally at all. And I forgot a meeting. And then when I was notified of my absence, I was fined of my pay $200.
Okay, who put that hammer down on you, man?
Council President Ron Jackson.
Oh, and by the way, I was actually kind of shocked that he voted to not allow that to go tonight. I thought he actually did his job. Okay, what was your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts was after finding me, and we had a situation in July. It was July 31st committee of the whole meeting that any of them showed up. And he went on record to state that they were unexcused absences. So I said, okay. So they're going to get fined like I got fined, and anybody else that would do the same thing would get fined. And what ended up happening was he rescinded the appeal simply because I think Councilwoman Tony Jones might have called in that she wasn't going to be there, or text somebody about 2 years ago. And our clerk went back 2 years ago and said that this is a situation that happened. So he didn't follow through with their fine.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I understand a couple of things that you're talking about, and I think that's good that he did. He was consistent tonight, at least. But there's something else that I noticed. Agee, she tries to intimidate, and she keeps bringing people, because I noticed it was some men that were staring at you and trying to intimidate you. By the way, you handled it like a pro. You didn't even let it bother you, but that's very dangerous. Okay, and I do know that those are their tactics. They try to throw you off, and then they'll attack your property. They try to bring people in there to intimidate you. I'm not saying that she did that deliberately, but it seems that there was a connection between the people that were sitting in that one area. And then I noticed afterwards they all huddled together, like that was something that they had planned. One of the things is a lot of people in prison and in the graveyard because of a lie. I hope she don't lead anybody in the wrong direction, because that's very dangerous. And this is not that serious. That's what I'm saying. Okay, this is a professional gathering where you guys are doing an excellent job trying to run this city. It should not go to that type of attitude. As a matter of fact, I really think that she's the culprit behind pretty much everything. You can see that the other two, I think if she was gone, I think that maybe they would even be tolerable. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think, but she needs to go. You can tell from even her demeanor, everything that she's about, it sends a negative message. That woman is something different. Okay. And it's unfortunate that she is that person, because she could really use that energy to do something positive. Okay. The professional that you are stops a lot of things, but if she get the wrong person, you know what I'm saying? It could be something different. We don't need that type of personality, that type of attitude in city council. You can obviously see that she has some issues that she needs to deal with. And I know you can't comment on that because you're on the council, but I damn sure can. And one of the things that I'm gonna be monitoring all of this. I will have to say, Stinnett shook my hand, Madden spoke, okay, but all AG did was growl. He was like, I don't know what's going on with her, but I do know this. I'm hoping and praying that there's no retaliation for me speaking my opinion in anything, because if it is, I'm coming directly to them. I got cameras all around my house and everything, because the last time I had a problem at my building, and I know that was them, but I couldn't prove it. But I'm just waiting this time, because the tactics that they use, that we need to have a RICO law for her, because she thinks she is really, she thinks that she demands to control this, and that's the division in this whole thing. Everybody else seems to want to work together, but for some reason, I don't. Why is she so angry all the time? What is it with her?
In my opinion, I've been trying to figure it out since I've been on council, and I really want to like the sister, but she just won't let me, Larry.
Well, I don't think you dislike her. I think you dislike the way that she interferes with forward progress. Exactly. I think, and what I mean by that, because I don't know her to like her or to dislike her. However, she tries to intimidate you like she's got weight and she just wants to be this big, and that's not necessary in this government body. I really don't think it is. Okay. I want you to explain how a city council is supposed to run. Okay. In other words, what is your role and their role as a council person? Because I think a lot of my viewers, they just don't have an idea.
Well, what's supposed to be our role, and then it is the role of four of us, is that we're supposed to work hand in hand with the administration. We're supposed to be able to come to conclusions and come to an even keel as to what can we do as a city to move our city forward. But you also have individuals that I really don't know, Larry, why they don't want to work with the administration or the mayor, because she's taken us to heights that this city has probably never seen in quite some time. I mean, if the mayor introduces any piece of legislation to the body,
they make it personal,
and then they don't agree with it, they vote against it, and it's personal. It can never be personal. It has to be about what's good for the city of Maple Heights.
And you've always said that, because every time you and I talk, you say, no, is it good for Maple Heights? That's what you always say. You always go right back to that. Not me, Larry, not me. Is it good for the residents of Maple Heights? You've been adamant about that ever since I've known you. That's one reason why we connect. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel the same way. I think that there's a hidden agenda there with her. And I think it's like a kid when you don't have your way. You throw temper tantrums. You know, she thinks she got a little power because she know a few people. That I understand that she knows a prosecutor. She copies him to try to intimidate people and all of these different things. Well, I don't dislike the woman. I dislike what she stands for. And I have to say that she has a right to disagree with anybody, just as we all do. But this is not personal. This is a professional setting. So it's okay to disagree. But what is not okay is to intimidate, create confusion, vote against things for no reason when it's the best thing for the city, create a stain or a cancer in that body. And that's what I see. AG needs to go. And I'll say that. I'm going to put that on record. I wish I lived in her district. I would definitely run against her because she needs to get out of here. She can call all the meetings that she wants, and I'm going on record for it. You need, hey, listen, I hope you see this. You need to go. I really think that the other two individuals, they would be much better off. Maple Heights would be much better off if you resign. Just quit. Do us all a favor, okay? And one of the things is this. I'm going to keep preaching that. Either one or two things is going to happen. Either you're going to change and start working with this, or I'm going to keep yelling every time. At least I will say this. Tonight she had a report. Yeah. This is the first one since I've been coming to these meetings that she did have a report. And again, this ain't personal, but I live here. I live in Maple Heights, and I'm tired of the crap. I just want this thing to work, just as you do, okay? What I seen tonight made no sense. You're going to bring 3 people to intimidate somebody, and I'm not saying that you did, but it seemed like that's what happened. I truly believe. I'm not going to accuse you of doing that, but there was something that was wrong with the whole situation. That's very dangerous. Anything could occur like that, and it's not that serious. And this is not the first time she tried to actually bring, and see, we know this is her MO. Right. Because if you remember, I call him Mr. E. He already explained how they operate. So I'm not speaking about something that she has not done. So this is suspect. As I'm suspicious of that, but I have no proof that she actually did it. However, AG is a big problem here. And I think how long has she been a council person in Maple Heights?
I'm not sure, but
she was there when you got there, right?
Yeah, she was there when I got there. So
and you've been there 2 years, right?
Yeah, I've been there 2 years. She might be in her second or third term. I'm not sure. But let me just be clear, crystal clear. I am not the one for any of that nonsense. You know, I want to say that don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. Because I'm here. I'm working with the mayor. I'm working with everybody that wants to work with me. So make no doubt about it. I'm here. I'm a stockholder. I got a vested interest in this community. And anybody that doesn't want to put the city of Maple Heights first
should not be part of the council.
Should not be part of the council. Should be not part of this community. Keep it moving.
Exactly. So again, this is not personal. But if you keep going through, and she's a stumbling block. Everything always surrounds her. And then I'll tell you what I found really, well, I knew it was going to happen this way. When they voted tonight regarding that incident with Madden, it was split 3-3. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they needed 4 votes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We didn't have to have.
You guys were not.
Votes.
Yeah, it wasn't the burden of proof. The burden of proof was not on you guys. The burden of proof was on her and her posse.
Made it seem that way.
They did make it seem that way.
But they had to have 4 votes to disallow the fine. You know.
Right. So it was, and that's what it was. All of her team voted for her.
Right.
But you guys voted according to the charter and the policies and procedures that are part of Maple Heights.
And the 220 rules.
That's right. 220 rules. That's what it's called, the 220 rule. Okay. That's not even debatable. That's in black and white. Okay. So how, and see, that's what I'm saying. They push it because they feel that they have a superiority. And that's what I see with AG. She had like she has a superior, like she's above everybody. Look, you ain't, especially this city. And that's what you're doing. You messing with my tax dollars here because I'm paying you. And I don't care if it ain't but $800 to $1,200 a month, it's still my money. Okay. So in reality, every resident, we your boss. Stop it. Is there anything else you'd like to say in closing, Tim?
My whole issue, and the problem I have is that we all work for the city of Maple Heights, for the residents of Maple Heights. Part of that responsibility is being on authorized city committees, which they're not on any city committee.
Wait, but hold it. None of those three are on any committees.
Any committee.
Oh my God.
I currently sit on community life and education, finance committee, as well as the housing committee. But they don't sit on anything, and they get the same pay that I get. If you look back and possibly take a record of their attendance, when it's time to vote on some very important issues, like we had an issue with the senior elevator that we had to get this passed, we had to have special meetings so we can have 3 readings so we can pass it. They never showed up. They don't show up for meetings, and it's disheartening. It's disappointing, and it's, if you don't want to do the job that you were elected to do,
sit at home
and resign, and just do what you want to do. But it's not fair that Councilwoman Jones, Councilwoman Anderson, Councilman Trajansky, or myself, we all sit on 3 committees. District Council woman Agee, Councilwoman Madden, and Councilwoman Shanette sits on no committees.
But this guy wants to be mayor.
He wants to be mayor, and he talks about safety, youth engagement, and things.
At the very least, he should be on a safety committee.
Yeah, right. Even if you're not on those committees, Larry, you shouldn't even come to the meetings. He made a statement about the senior center, and I don't think I've seen him at the senior center.
But he's going to have a meeting there or something like that.
Yeah, he needs to have a meeting there to explain to these seniors, what's happening. Try to work with our seniors, our youth, but it's all about working together. United we stand, divided we fall.
Well, you crossed that table plenty of times, and I've seen that. Okay, but one of the things is it's a game to them, but this is no game. Make no mistake, we are grown men. We are grown, seasoned men. We don't play childish games. We do not play childish games.
It's all a part of that.
We don't play childish games. Within the next 2 years, when the mayor gets reelected, we're there to support the mayor, city of Maple Heights, and to make sure that no more games are played. You ask how we're going to do that? Very simple. By the book. We're not going off of that. By the charter. We're not, and we will not be intimidated by the games.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, Tim, is there anything you want to say in closing or anything?
I just,
oh, wait a minute. I want to ask you something. Election night, Where is the watch party going to be at for the celebration for the mayor when she gets reelected? Have you guys decided?
I haven't had the conversation with the mayor in regards to where the watch party is going to be, but it's going to be a party. It's going to be a celebration. That you see that.
Well, I want to know because I want to be there.
Oh, absolutely! Okay. You'll be the first to know.
Without
I haven't had any conversation with.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna set up my podcast.
Okay, that would be wonderful.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring my because I want. That's why I'm asking. I would like to do that, and I would like to. I would see if you can. Let's talk to the mayor and see if I can set up my podcast there and actually host from there. That would really be a unique situation so that we can celebrate and also just thank all of the people in Maple Heights who've seen through the smoke screen. Okay, I would really like to do that. Okay,
it's gonna be an amazing night, and 6 days away, and I'll be really happy when it's over with, so we can actually
get down to work. Yeah,
down to the business of running the city, and the circus has left town a long time ago. I think it was the Universal Souls. So, they left town. They should just went with them. But I understand every clown must finish their act. Every clown must finish their act. And,
wait, but hey, listen. One of the things is, I think I was only 50% in before because I was taking care of some other things, some other communities. But I'm 100% behind you guys now, and I think that you're absolutely right. Listen, we're making light of a very serious situation, but make no mistakes, this is for real. I constantly keep saying the same thing. Maple Heights has the potential to be great, but we all must be great together.
Absolutely. It's a we thing. It's not a me thing.
Exactly.
And just come on board.
Yes.
But if I don't say anything else, and I don't get caught up in all the politics and the political side of anything, but come November 7th, you're never, ever gonna have a seat on the second floor in that office.
Hey, listen.
Ever. Never, ever.
Okay, wait a minute. Listen. Tim Tatum, Councilman Tim Tatum of Maple Heights.
That's right. Putting that work in.
And Lawrence Lane. Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Worldwide.
It's just our opinion. That's all it is. It's just our opinion. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Tim.
Maple Matters.
Maple Matters.
Maple Matters.